take me out to the ball. No, Sara wanted me to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and that was not it.
Well, we were doing a mic check, and I'm still on a high from Arsenal going to the baseball game, the Nationals game. So yeah, I did want you to sing a little "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Sorry, I did not do it justice.
How's it going, everybody? That's not really what this video is about. Someone's gonna get tired of hearing about baseball again. But we're gonna talk a little bit about Arsenal because they played their second and last game in the United States. And we're going to talk about a few other things. And from the title, obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about Viv and Beth. But there was a cute video where, who was it? It was Manu was in it, and she was asking someone how to play baseball.
Oh,
and
yeah.
At that point, Steph Catley somehow became the expert because she knew something about it.
Yeah, she was fairly knowledgeable.
Well, and then Emily Fox started kind of talking about it. Then she called it a baseball match. And I thought that was funny.
Oh, the American doesn't know. That's funny.
But yeah, so they were at the baseball game. But we're going to get to that in a second. But I mean, I think we're going to start out with something that I unfortunately did not watch the whole game. I wish I would have. These international tours, they are fun. They are wild. I love them. I think they're so much fun.
They're our favorite.
Yes, they're our favorite. And one of the international tours that happened is Barcelona came to America and Obsessed, and they played Bay FC in the Bay Area, and it was such a fun game. First of all, the Bay Area fans came out. They understood the magnitude of having Barcelona in the Bay Area, and they went wild for them.
Yeah.
It was so fun to see. And to tell you the truth, Bay FC gave them a run for their money. First of all, I looked at the Barcelona recent scores. I mean, Bay FC, even though, they did lose 5-2, Bay FC scored 2 goals on Barcelona, and they were leading Barcelona for a while. So they really gave them a run for their money. Yes, it's a friendly and it's for fun, but that's saying a lot. 1-0 at one point, maybe even 2-1 at one point. Barcelona did have a wild second half. They scored like 2 goals at the very end, so they did win. But Bay FC gave them a good run for their money.
Yeah, nothing friendly about that. No, I'm just kidding.
We saw Bonmati. We saw your girlfriend Ona Batier.
Love to see them out of their element and in a new element / environment.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I guess we'll go to the Arsenal versus Chelsea. Their tour of America has ended, and Chelsea came over, played 2 games, won 2 games. And as much as Arsenal and Chelsea are the, rivalry or whatnot, Chelsea just looks so good. Yes, the coach is different. A lot of players have, new players, different players, but Chelsea is not messing around. They won 1-0, but it was a pretty good game. For Arsenal, they didn't look bad. They just, they did not come out ahead though. And also, I don't know an update about this, but Beth Mead was in the starting lineup, and then she got injured. I think it was precautionary, but she was pulled at the last minute, so I bet she was pretty bummed because I'm sure she wanted to play. But Beth Mead was pulled, and Mariona made her debut with Arsenal and looking so wonderful, and she looked great. She played great. So exciting to see. They did lose 1-0. And like I said, I don't have an update on Beth, but I think it was just precautionary. I don't think it was quite as hot in DC that day as it was when they played Washington Spirit. That was exciting. And then a few teams went down to Australia, down under.
Yeah, down under. Shrimp on the barbie.
They called it the International Football Cup. One of the teams went down there was West Ham, and they played PSG, I think yesterday. But West Ham, super exciting. They've had some changes over there as well. But the big news coming out of that game, well, for us, because we're American, was Kristie Mewis started for the first time, I wrote it down, in 421 days. She had not started a game in 421 days.
Oh my. That's a long time, so glad you got the start.
Yeah, and it was in Perth, and I don't know if both games are going to be in Perth for all these games, but this first leg for both teams were in Perth. And I mean, I'm guessing she's a celebrity in Perth because Sam is one of the biggest celebrities out of Perth, and when you're married to a celebrity, you're a hometown celebrity now. So it was exciting for her to get a start in Perth. And they played PSG, And PSG did win 1-0, but it was a good game. There was a lot of positives out of West Ham. It was not a negative. It was definitely a positive. And PSG, I mean, they're a great team. They're one of the top teams in the French league. So, a lot of positives for West Ham, definitely. And then Man City, also down under in Perth, they played Leicester.
You did it again. Leicester.
I can't believe I always do that. I am so sorry. It's like a brain. Like my brain can't flip to say it. And I'm sorry. We've done that so many times on this channel. We do apologize. But also, I probably won't even edit that out because that was real. That was a real deal. But they played Man City, and Vivianne Miedema made her debut with Man City. It was great to see. She did not start, but she came in, and it was great to see her. I think a lot of people, when she left Arsenal, thought it was going to be hard to see her in another kit or another uniform, but she looked great. Obviously she has friends over there. Jill, one of her best friends, she's known forever, plays there. But they played in it, and so great to see her. And a lot of people said, the attack didn't look. Once Viv came in, she really changed that attack. They did not score, but she was just seeing her out there and what she's actually able to do was very exciting but they have a strong team over there. I keep hearing they have a strong team. Their manager has been there a while. Their coach has been there a while, but it's about organizing that team because they have a winning team. It's about just getting the right pieces in order. They have such a strong team. But it did go to a PK shootout, and we love a good old PK shootout.
Yeah, totes.
But long story short, Man City won the PK shootout, and guess who had the winning PK?
Vivianne Miedema.
Yeah, she did. She looked great. So happy to see them. So they move on to the next round, to the final, I think, of the International Women's Cup against PSG, because that's who won the first game. But very exciting. I mean, all these players everywhere. West Ham's in Australia, Arsenal in America, Barcelona in America. It's just very exciting. But two of those players, Viv and Beth, one went to America, one went to Australia. Couldn't be farther apart. Geographically, maybe you could have. I'm actually not sure how that works, but
Probably not. It sounds pretty far enough.
Yeah. But they were apart. And, I'm thinking, it's probably been one of the first times. This is probably in the last couple, months, it's probably been the longest they've ever been apart in years. I'm assuming since they've been together, this is probably one of the longest time, if not the longest time they have been apart. And we just did the video about Christen and Tobin, and we kind of talked about it then, but Christen and Tobin had the, whatever you want to call it, secretive relationship for 6 years where they didn't talk about it. Even if people speculated, they weren't, they didn't talk about it. It wasn't official. Viv and Beth have had the opposite relationship. Practically from the first month, we knew that they were together practically. I mean, when you look at the timetable. So their relationship has been kind of an open book when you think about us knowing what's going on to a sense. Obviously, we don't know everything, but from the very beginning, we knew that they were together.
That's a book I want to read.
So it's I thought it was funny, first of all, to have that difference. Christen and Tobin, very secretive. Viv and Beth, even though they were on the same team, it was pretty open book about it. Times were different 6 years ago, 8 years ago when they got together than it was 2 years ago even. But, I think that...
Interesting juxtaposition.
Yes. And then we're just going to do some Viv and Beth spam over the last couple months because, as we remember, Viv very emotionally left Arsenal, did not leave on good terms from everything we know, had a problem with Jonas, had a problem with the direction of the team, criticized the way they dealt with the ACL injuries, saying they didn't put a specific plan per player, and that seems not only wrong, that seems dangerous. And I don't know the specifics, but that's pretty much what Viv said, that it wasn't specific per player, and maybe they didn't have the resources, maybe they thought they knew what they were doing, but that was also another problem. But she left very emotionally. We remember her leaving the final game. But since then, Viv officially signed with Man City, but her and Beth have just been we're kind of soaking in their time before they officially started training. So many pictures of them together with the kids, Mylee and Rona, but so many pictures. They went on vacations together, them here on a roller coaster.
Scary.
I'm surprised Viv likes things like that. She seems like the kind that would be unimpressed. Like, no, I'm not going on that. But she might be like the kind who likes kind of like the thrill of it.
Yeah, I can see that. It doesn't look that scary. I don't know if it's like an upside down one or not. I don't think it is, but
Cute picture here with Viv and the puppy. I think she has her Taylor Swift cardigan on. She looks really cute in that.
Is that a Taylor Swift cardigan?
I think it is. I think that's the Taylor Swift cardigan.
Like brand Taylor Swift
Yeah.
or I was gonna say I really like it, but
Speaking of Taylor Swift, they also went to the Taylor Swift concert. I believe, I don't know if it was in London. Viv is a huge Taylor Swift fan. It's from Beth Mead. It says, Taylor Swift, you did not disappoint. A different kind of night at, it was at Wembley. A different kind of night at Wembley with one very happy Swifty at Viv Miedema'S. So Viv loves Taylor Swift and she is not shy about it. And they had a great time there. And then it was Viv's birthday and Beth wished Viv a happy birthday. It says,
happy birthday, Main Meish. Lots of celebrations soon.
so yeah, super cute pictures. She just included some cute pictures of her and the puppy. You know, it's another birthday together where they can celebrate. Hey, it's Sara. I'm just editing now, but we mentioned it was Viv's birthday, but we didn't mention when Sara and I originally recorded it that it was their 2-year, well, I was going to say wedding. It was their 2-year anniversary. And they both put really cute messages on social media. I think on Instagram. Super cute. Beth said, 2 years of loving you. Thank you for being 100% you, lifey. I'm not quite sure if that's Dutch or a lifey, like you're my lifetime person. Can't wait for many more years at Vivianne Miedema'S. Cute picture. And then Viv put a really cute, soft message on Instagram as well. She said, still love how you keep me and everyone else around you happy all the time. And thank you for keeping me going when needed. And then she said, happy 2 years. But super cute. It's been 2 years. I mean, we remember the story. Beth asked Viv out after England beat the Netherlands and they were official. And it's been 2 years, which is also crazy because it was at the Euros where it officially became public and everyone was in shock. I still to this day remember thinking, wait, this isn't real. They're friends. They're and I love those moments. But super cute. 2 official years. And we didn't mention it, but I love it. And I also love when Viv says really soft things and cutesy things. Because we don't always get that Viv more and more recently in the last year or so, but I love it. So cute. But they've been having a lot of fun, but I did want to mention that. So love it. Okay, we're gonna go back. But more cute pictures. I don't know if this is a recent vacation or an old vacation. Might have been an old one, but and then I believe this was the Ibiza trip.
Ibiza.
I always get it wrong. But them in the sun.
Ooh, beach bods.
Yes. Such great pictures. Looking amazing. Look at that. So fun. They had a nice fun time. God, that water is so blue.
It's vitamin D battery after this week, and it shows a full charge battery, and social battery after this week, low charge battery. Wait, is that what that means?
Yeah, I think so. I get that too, because when you go on vacation with a lot of people, it's just like very not even overwhelming. You get kind of tired always kind of just interacting with people just because it's tiring kind of. It's tiring to have fun, actually.
It's exhausting having fun.
Here is a beautiful pictures of them, another holiday. I think this is the one with Viv's brother and his girlfriend. So fun. I think it's so cute how close they are to their brothers. But more, beach pictures and beach fun. Because if you think about it, they went to Ibiza and then they went to another vacation. This is like the last hurrah for a while. They're not going to be able to go on vacations for a while. They're not training, obviously, together because they don't play for the same team. So they're really not going to be spending that much time with each other in the next 6 months until probably Christmas break, the winter break. So it's like, I'm wondering how much Viv is going to come down to London to be with Beth. You know what I mean? How often would she be able to come down? Is it a short train ride? Somebody has actually left in our comment section. I think she said like 4 hours, or someone said 4 hours, but that's not easy, a 4-hour trip. And then look at this. This is me, Sara. Viv posted this. It says,
love traveling with you two. And they're just knocked out, zonked out, and just sleeping.
Yes, that would be me, but such a cute picture. And Viv says, happy National Girlfriend Day at Beth Mead. So super cute. But yeah, I'll just keep posting pictures of them. But super cute. Here's such a cute family pic. It's with Viv and Beth in the Rona's a boy and Mylee is a girl, I think. But the family, the kids. But, I mean, that's a perfect family pick right there.
The fraternal twins.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then here you go, reunited. So that's exciting. Here's another cute pic. So, yeah, I'll keep posting the pics. But what does everyone think? I mean, are we going to see a friendly rivalry? This is what's crazy. The very first game Viv and Beth are going to play is their regular season games is going to be against each other. It's going to be Arsenal versus Man City, I believe at the Emirates. I mean, that's going to be a wild game. And I know they are so competitive. So it's like, I'm sure they will each want to win so bad.
Will they sabotage each other? No. I'm just joking.
Hopefully not. But so fun. Obviously, Beth I'm just looking at this video of Beth and Jason Sudeikis in DC. That video just popped up. But super fun. I mean, I think Beth had a great time in the US. I'm sure Viv had a great time in Australia. It's always fun to go somewhere where you're not always, where you don't go a lot. You know what I mean? And then I saw some people on TikTok convinced that they had broken up. Like, somebody goes, they've definitely broken up since they've gone off the team, since they're no longer on the same team. And then someone else commented back, or I saw this on a message board, they said, these breakup rumors are going to continue now that they're not on the same team, which I think is true because it happens a lot. Breakups when you move teams do happen a lot.
It's more like long distance that, I don't know, they're not making it work, but.
Someone says, brace yourselves because unfortunately rumors of a breakup are going to pop up almost every week. We had them when they were on the same team and living with each other, so it's going to be even worse now. Best to ignore people who are trolling about it. So, and I think some people are just curious. Maybe they've broken up. I think some people are trolling because they either want them to break up or they just like, I'm going to say they're going to be broken up. Then the rumor's going to start. Maybe then they'll break up or something. So I don't think it's all good faith people asking about it. So far, it does not look like they've broken up, but there's going to be, I agree with that person. I think there's going to be a lot of rumors saying they have broken up, but I don't think they're going to. I mean, they're so transparent. I feel like if they were to break up, they would let us know. I feel like they're one of the couples that would actually make something would be acknowledged. Hey, we've broken up. Maybe not a statement, maybe not a post, but it would be clear that they have.
I still think they're gonna end up together.
Yeah,
gonna get married. Endgame. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my opinion.
Me too. Their families really like each other. Apparently, Beth's brother and Viv's brother are like good mates now. So I think they're endgame. And also, talking about breakups and whatnot. So Mariona Caldentey, she joined Arsenal, and obviously there's rumors that her and Lia vault here together. Beth has been doing a really good job being a neutral when it comes to being friends with Katie and being friends with Lia. Like, Beth is like, I see her in pictures with both of them. She's hanging out with both of them. And a situation like that could be hard, but Beth's doing a really good job saying, hey, she still loves and supports either each of them without seemingly taking a side. And I think that's really, mature. You know what I mean? That is a hard situation. Now, if Viv and Beth were to break up, because some people still think Beth, once her contract's over, is going to go join Viv wherever she is, which I could still see, but we will see if these breakup rumors happen. And we'll see if they did break up, if we would know about it sooner rather than later. Because we talk about a lot of these breakups. They break up, we find out a year later.
You're putting a lot of wild energy out in the world with saying breakup, okay? Calm down. Not breakup.
Because we talked about the Austrian sailor Laura Vadlu and Leah Schuler. They broke up almost a year and 10 months ago, and they just said we didn't want to talk about it because we didn't want to sidetrack the Olympic training. And I think a lot of people are like that. Hey, but I feel like Beth and Viv would just be like, we would know sooner rather than later based on their relationship timeline. What is it? Oh.
Well, what if they get back together? Then that's another thing.
Yeah, that's true. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. What was your favorite international game? Was it Barcelona versus BFC? Was it the Chelsea Arsenal game in America? That's still wild to me. The WSL team's going to Australia, Perth, Australia, the most isolated city in the world. I still think that's crazy. And apparently you would think, I'm sidetracking here. You would think a city like Perth, Australia would not have a housing crisis because of they have all the land, they have all of Western Australia to themselves. But apparently even in Perth, Australia, they have a housing crisis and traffic crisis in the most isolated city in the world. But apparently it's because they have lack of supplies and lack of labor to build these things. That's what I read. But that just goes to show you everywhere in the world is having a housing and housing crisis.
Whoa, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, exactly. Questions, comments, and if I'm wrong about that, Australians, let me know, but I did read that. Questions, comments down below. What does everyone think? Viv and Beth, they're going strong. It's a new chapter for their relationship, not being on the same team, training separately, living in separate cities. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below, and we will talk to everyone soon.